PFLAG was created in 1972 when Jean Manford marched with her gay son Morty in New York's Christopher Street Liberation Day March, with a sign that read, "Parents of gays, unite in support for our children." Many gay people ran up to Jean during the parade and begged her to talk to their parents. So she started a support group along with her son and husband and a small group of other gay, lesbian, and supportive parents. Jean held the first PFLAG meeting in New York in March 1973. In the 40 years since, PFLAG's mission of support has expanded to include education and advocacy, and the membership has grown from 20 to more than 200,000 people across America. PFLAG elevates the unique voice of parents, families, friends, and straight allies united with LGBT people in the movement for acceptance and equality. As with every struggle for civil rights, it takes the added voices of allies to get the message across, which is, equality is an issue we must take on together. United, we are building a better world, turning rejection into acceptance, tolerance into affirmation, and moving towards full societal affirmation of LGBT people. PFLAG leverages the voice of a diverse group of people around a common theme. Our chapter members cross all political party lines, come from a diverse group of faith communities, are from every race and ethnicity, and yet they have the shared purpose of moving equality forward for themselves and their LGBT loved ones. We can work in any type of community because we have representatives from every type of community in our membership. PFLAG was founded on the power of personal stories. In order for someone to understand a different point of view, they need to relate to it. Is there anyone among us who can't relate to wanting to protect a loved one? PFLAG has tens of thousands of people sharing their personal stories in communities all over the country. And this personal approach is the key to our longevity and our success. We could point to all of the national successes to which PFLAG has contributed: federal hate crimes legislation, marriage equality in many states and D.C., the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and many more. But we measure success one family at a time, one community at a time. From the kid who is fearful of coming out whose parents are now supportive, to the many school communities implementing Safe Schools anti-bullying programs, to the number of people of faith who are having conversations about LGBT acceptance and support. These are the wins that elevate our work and keep us going. Because we were founded primarily by parents, people sometimes think we are an organization made up solely of parents. However, PFLAG has a vast and diverse membership. We are siblings, grandparents, all other family members. We are co-workers, co-congregants, all straight allies. And yes, we are members of the LGBT community. We are the National Family and Ally Organization, and that includes everyone. Aside from the massive movement over the last 40 years towards acceptance and equality for LGBT people, our organization's major accomplishment is achieving our success with what is primarily a volunteer infrastructure. It's surprising to some, but the majority of our network of chapters is run by passionate, committed volunteers. In fact, our national office, which services our more than 350 chapters, is run by a staff of less than 20 people. It's a balancing act to create a common set of goals across more than 350 different communities without sacrificing the true grassroots nature of PFLAG. Introducing strategic priorities such as the full embrace of the trans community decades ago, or understanding the cultural issues that arise in diverse chapters, these can be challenges for a large member-based organization. With additional resources, PFLAG would be able to provide our volunteers more support and education on all that is changing within the LGBT movement. We would also work to build up our volunteer infrastructure. Right now, we have 13 volunteer regional directors who lead the charge around the country. But we would like to strengthen our state advocacy infrastructure adding coordinators to the states that don't already have them. Therefore, we need to provide more financial support to our volunteer leadership to expand their capacity to do their work. In order to support PFLAG's increasingly complex growth, we need to expand our national staff and more effectively leverage new technology. New technology would allow us to create more sophisticated tools for our chapter network, exponentially increasing our reach and our impact in areas where PFLAG can make the most difference.